Hi guys, in the last few days I ran a lot of harvest maps and I tracked the last 52 that I did and they're pretty profitable. I'm gonna show you everything that I did. First thing first, we wanna take all the harvest nodes. We don't wanna take the chance, so we skip these and these nodes because we force it with the compass. We also don't want to take the yellow nodes because it lowers the chance of spawning yellow plants, which are the most valuable ones. We don't want to take crop rotation because crop rotation has a high variance, and I'm going for like a stable money per map strategy, and we don't want high variance in our map. And also wandering path. If you run wandering path, you probably get a little bit more harvest life force, but it adds a bunch of mechanics that slow you down and you don't really want to do them, like Legion, Breed, stuff like that. You also drop more maps if you do Wandering Path, so but I still think it's not worth because you want to run Essence since it's so fast and it's pretty profitable as well. A lot of people are crafting with Essences this league, and I think it's really good. If I had to change one thing, I probably, if you don't have enough points, and you need to change something, you can probably just take off the blocks and just ignore the mechanics. If you see a Legion or a Breach or something and you don't care about it, you just skip it and ignore it. You only want to do Essences and Harvest, because since you don't invest into the mechanics anyway, you don't really care about them. So yeah, just do Essences and do Harvest. You want to go for blue altars because the blue altars scale the quantity of the life force that you drop, because you want to take as much quantity as possible. And also you want to get growing hordes because it increases the pack size. The pack size makes more altar spawn, and also if you reach certain breakpoints, it can duplicate the plants that spawn from your harvest. So growing hordes makes your scarabs become pack size instead of the league mechanic that they give you. You also want to take all the map nodes that you can, so you can sustain. If you can take these 3 on the top as well. And that's pretty much it for the tree. Oh, you want to take all the increased effect of modifier of non-unique maps, because this makes your maps harder, but they also make your maps give you more quantity and pack size. So that's it for the tree. Next, we are going for outroll our maps. For map rolling, in my test, I did only Chisel, Alk, and Val to simulate the worst possible scenario where your maps are not that juiced. But if you want to go an extra step, you can go on PoE.re here, and you can select at least 24 pack size, and then you block the mods that you don't want to run. For example, Elemental and Physical Reflect. I copy that and I put it in my tab, and then basically you just scour out your map, or your map. If you have multiple, you just do a whole tab at a time, which is faster. But yeah, you just scour out until you get your map to light up, which means it's high pack size while not having any bad mod, and then you just val it, and then there's 4 outcomes that can happen. It breaks into another map, which you can just run. It stays the same, which is fine because you pre-rolled it. It goes unidentified, which is really good because then you can use the unidentified sextant. And the last outcome, it goes to 8 mods, which is even better because it gives you a lot of quantity and pack size. These are the compasses that we run. Sacred Grove, duplicated life force, any color, it doesn't matter which one you run. The prices change, but they usually reflect the economy. So purple and blue are the cheapest ones, and yellow is slightly more expensive, but also makes you more money. So it's up to you which ones you choose. Remnant of Corruption. Not many people like this one because it gives you like your SSs are corrupted basically. But I don't take these 2 points, and having 50% of the SSs corrupted means that I'm self-sustaining my Remnants of Corruption, and I'm corrupting pretty much every essence. I'm dropping so many remnants that just spam corrupting everything. So I think this is really good, and it also adds an additional essence on top. And then as the last one, I go for magic pack size. But if you're running unID'd maps, you switch it for unidentified. And if you're running reflect and you can't run reflect, you switch it for reflect. The map that we're going to be running is going to be Crimson Temple. And we're going to be favoriting it 11 times while having 1 city square, which is the connected map. You need to favorite 1 city square because of the Atlas nodes that give you a chance of monsters dropping a connected map. If you don't do this, you're gonna be wasting so many maps. I'm gonna show you on how many we drop. All of this map will not drop if you don't favorite it, so you need to favorite it. But yeah, why do we want to run Crimson Temple? The boss is rushable, so you can rush the boss if you want. You have really good divination cards, and the layout is not that bad. It's okay. If you don't like running Crimson Temple for any reason, you can also run Mausoleum. The boss in Mausoleum is glitched, so you don't need to boss rush or anything. You can just leave the boss there. It's not gonna be spawning the boss altars, so you can take quantity more often. And if you run Mausoleum instead, you run 11 Mausoleums on favorite and 1 Caldera or 1 Glacier. I'm gonna be showcasing a map. We're using 4 Rusted Scarabs, the cheapest ones that you can find on the market. We're gonna use Essence, so we're gonna select Eater of Worlds. Any map is fine. Possibly 24 plus Paxas is nice. And then as compasses, we're using Sacred Grove, Duplicated Life Force, any color if it's fine. Additional Essence with Remnant and Magic Pack Size. And then we go in. The goal of the map is to clear them as fast as possible while trying to rush the boss. And also get as many quantity altars as we can. We get all the essences that we can on the way. That is a lot of essences. Whenever there's a shrieking, it will also double. So you want to corrupt as many as you can. If you see any non-corrupted with screaming and above, you probably corrupt them because you drop so many remnants of corruption. You oversustain by a lot. So I like to corrupt pretty much everything. You have 2 choices. You can either rush for the boss straight up, or you can stick to the wall so you don't have backtracking after. We stick to the wall until the boss room, then we kill it. And after that, we do the other side of the map. So we do half the map with the boss up and half the map without the boss up. And we also pick up as much quantity as we can. The only reason why you wouldn't pick up quantity is if you get some divine altar, or if there's like something really good, for example, the highest tier of Icors that are probably like 5-6 kills each is probably better than 1 quantity altar. But other than that, or also exalts, stuff like that. Other than that, just get quantity. Another good choice would be duplicate the divination cards, because this map is really good for div cards, right? And if you get the duplicate divination card and you get lucky, you, instead of 1 enlighten, 7 years bad luck, or apothecary, you drop 2 whenever you drop it. They're pretty rare, but they do drop sometimes. Yeah, I'm getting as much quantity as possible. The quantity on the altars increases the global quantity of the map. Sometimes mobs spawn at the start of the map, so if you're not completely done here, make sure you just check around the start. Sometimes there's like an extra straggler spawning later. And when you do the harvest, you want to look at the numbers here. You want to go by the highest tier possible. So if there's a unique, you always take the unique. If there's blue, you always take the blue with the highest number. And if there's no blue, you take the white one with the highest number. We have a 2-5 here, 2 blue, 5 white, and we have a 2-7 here, so we take the 2-7. The yellow life force is more expensive than the blue and the purple. So if you have a yellow that is similar in tiers and numbers to the blue or purple of the same plot, you prioritize getting the yellow. In this case, it's a really good case because we have a 1-7 of blue and we have a 1-5 of yellow. It's really close. It's slightly lower yellow, but the yellow is more expensive, so I'd rather take the yellow. Also, with the atlas that we run, we have a chance of the plots not wilting. If they don't wilt, we can actually run both. The mobs do a lot of damage because I'm taking the top hat in the... I'm taking the top hat on the atlas here. They increase the effect and also the damage of the mobs. And also we take like all the altars in the, as many altars as possible, so the mobs have like infinite damage, and also we have no res. So make sure you open a portal at the start of your harvest every time, because you're buffing the mobs like crazy. This fizzes extra lightning a lot, and we have no lightning res because we took the altars. So make sure that you open a TP in front of the harvest, because the harvest is gonna be crazy hard. But my gear's pretty good. I'm just squishy because of the altars. My damage is still really good. We have a 3-5, 3-6. This is the same. This is slightly higher, so I'm gonna take the purple because blue and purple is pretty much the same value. And we got pretty lucky in this one with the amount of essence, amount of life force that we got. So I'm gonna check with the macro how much money we made. We made 1,400, which is 40 C of blue. We made 38 C of purple, and we made 58 C of yellow. You're not gonna get this on average. You're probably gonna get like 2,000. We got like over 4,000 here. You're usually gonna get about half. We got really lucky with the plots that we had, so don't expect these numbers. But yeah, we're gonna get about half on average. And let's go over all of the costs, expenses, and the profit that we made. So the total of 52 maps costed us 2,484 C for a total of 10.8 divines. The cost per map was about 47 C, including essences, second grove, the double life force, the pack size that I did, the scarabs, the map device cost, the maps priced at 4 seats, and the rolling of the maps, probably around 100 C. And the total money after we're done running the maps, we made 8,754 C, which is 38 divines. We made 168 C per map value. If we subtract it, if we subtract the cost to the value per map, we get the profit per map, which is around 120 C, which is really good. It's not as good as Legion, but it's not bad. And if we check on PoE stack, if we load my tab, you can see that total value is 38 divines. Most of the money is gonna come from Zeus. The Zeus here is you sell it at bulk price. So PoE stack says 10.1 divines, but it's actually more about, it's almost 12, 11.9 for the blue Zeus. The purple Zeus is gonna be 3.6, but it's actually 4.2 if you price it at 6,700 for one. And the yellow, which is more expensive, is valued at 3.8 on PoE stack, but it's actually worth like 4.6 because it doesn't count for book prices. Delirium didn't do much money, neither did Beyond because it just happens naturally. And also, neither did Heist. We only got 5 deception contracts. All the stuff that doesn't sell is not counted, and it's just put in another tab. As you can see, only this tab is selected. This tab here is not selected. All this stuff is like random rares, bad contracts that won't sell, and the stuff like scouting reports that I don't really care about, and invitations and stuff, yeah, that you're not really gonna sell. I only kept the stuff that you're just gonna easily sell. So it's essences, it's currency, it's div cards, and it's scarabs, raw maps, because you can always sell them in bulk. They easily sell for like 3.5 for chaos, easily. Forbidden tomes, and the big drops are 2 enlightened, which is about 100 C, 95-ish, 90 to 100 C. 1 scream invitation, which is about 0.9 div. 1 sacred grove, which is 1.4 div. Memory. 1 voidborn, which is 1.8. 1 divine, and 1 sacred blossom from the uniques. Whenever you find a unique in a harvest, you can drop a sacred blossom. And yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty profitable. This is the PoE stack value. The highest value is blue life force, because we have the blue compass. If you use the purple or yellow, those are gonna be the highest. Voidborn, these are lucky drops. I think I can count them in 50 maps. It's not unlikely to drop a Voidborn in a memory. it's not even that much. It's like 3 divines. Since the juice is undervalued and also the essences are undervalued, I feel like it's fine counting them. If we go on the TFT book tool and we load my tab, we can see actually the cost of the essences. Apparently PoE stack stopped working while I was using it, but I have about 60 vines of essences. And yeah, so essence is really profitable. I think it's worth having the points. The only points that I don't think are worth are these blocking points here, because even by blocking all the other mechanics and only having Delirium and Harvest and Iced, they don't really give us much. This is probably like 50C, this is probably like 40C. So like 90 Chaos, and this is probably like 40, 50C, 60 maybe. So it's not that profitable. I would probably rather just take all of them off and put some points into Conqueror maps, Ship Elder maps. And if you ever spawn like League mechanics that you don't care about, like Legion, Breed, stuff like that, or Abyss, you just skip them. You don't even need to go in the League mechanics and do them. You just keep them and just do the map as you usually do. Just pretend that the mechanic is not there. That's pretty much it. The profit is like 120C per map. I'm pretty happy with the result. It's not as good as Lead Zone, but it's not bad. It's like more than half a divine per map profit. And you can min-max it even more. If you want to go crazy and min-max it more, what I would do is buy 8 mod corrupted map with like 42, 43 plus pack size like this from TFT. You can buy them in bulk. You spend a little bit more per map, but you also drop more juice. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.